Yo. Welcome to, what episode is this? 25? 26?
26.
26.
Episode 26.
This is my brother, Briesch. Say hi, guys.
We got our one clip on TikTok the other day.
Mhm.
Was it last week?
No, it was like 4 days ago, I swear.
No,
it was a week ago. Yeah, it was a week ago.
Okay.
So,
Just absolutely fucking exploded.
152.9k, so 153,000 views, right? 12.3k likes, 416 comments,
Send it to the moon.
643 favorites, and 69 shares.
Damn.
Should we look at some of the comments?
Yeah. Read some of the comments.
69 shares isn't what you want on this one.
No. So, let's look at, this one has 2,876 likes. There should be a podcast license. This one has 2,291. I've had a better chat with the barber.
See, some of these were really funny reading, but at the same time, it's also like,
What the hell, man?
I want to see some of those like tough watch as always, fellas. That kind of comment as well.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be like on this side of TikTok.
Yeah,
you know,
right?
you see the clips of the people just getting roasted in the comments.
Yeah.
And you're like, haha.
Not
And then,
getting an
Yeah, it's well fun to bully someone, but I don't like this.
Words have meaning, okay?
Yeah, so we just got like, yes, if you care about your future, you're boring, okay. And I feel like I was responding to some of them, just sort of like trying to take the piss, but I thought, I
Trying
can't.
to take the piss.
I had to
Crying.
Yeah, basically. Please like us, please. There was a lot of there was a misunderstanding in the clip, and the idea that we were saying don't revise, fuck about, because you're gonna get shit grades anyway. That's not what we were saying.
It lacked context.
Yeah, and you even saying it at the end, like, definitely keep revising. Like,
Boring that.
What Juliet was saying was that it's not the end of the world. No, it's not. Ignore. Hang on. Rewind, right?
I can't wait for this to get clipped and you're going to get so much hate. Like, what she was saying was just don't bother because it doesn't matter.
Sorry. What she was saying was more along the lines of, you're allowed to have fun while studying. You don't have to make studying your 100%, 7 hours a day, no friends, gonna live in my room, school room. That's not what she was saying. And then everyone took that as, do you reckon there's a deeper meaning and people are actually really sexist on this app?
I think a lot of the hate was to you.
Yeah, it was.
Because everything I commented was definitely hating you. But I think, because you were the one that was like, yeah, that's boring. And everybody was like, oh, it's boring to do well and succeed.
But I still stand by what I said. I think people that take life too seriously in all aspects of life are boring. Taking life too seriously doesn't mean being successful and like working hard. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people that are like job worths, school sweat, like to the point where they're losers, like those people.
I think that taking life too seriously is screaming on your podcast because people misunderstand your point.
Yeah, true.
That's like that you swung it. Like, I think they're being sexist. Everybody hates Juliet.
Yeah,
I'm great.
I am as a coping self-defense mechanism. I can't believe that people don't like what I do.
The thing is, most people everyone in person who have talked to us about the podcast have said, "Oh yeah, I really enjoy your podcast."
Yeah.
Even the clip, the one with you that got like 50-something thousand views, that was really good, like positive engagement. It's just this one. There was like, out of all the clips from that episode, it was a really good episode. There was so many good clips in it.
Yeah.
The one, like, I made that like late at night, going like preparing for the week ahead, like tired. I was just like, fucking put this one together. Yeah. I didn't expect that one to like go off at all. No. And that's the one that goes off, and then all the fucking hate just piling on.
It's also like negativity is a lot easier and funner to put out.
Oh,
like if you're like
100%.
scrolling through TikTok, think about like how many things you'll actually interact with, and then think about how many things you're sending to your mates because like, oh my god, look how cringe this is.
Our DMs are just like,
look at this autistic person, you know what I mean? Like, which is your podcast.
Yeah.
So it's like I think more people will interact with it because it's like, and it's not even that bad. It's not like you for like swearing to Hitler or anything like that. It's just like they said something that's slightly wrong.
I think as well, like negativity is like, it's more to the brain, it's more addictive because it's sort of like, oh shit, I need this to make sure I'm gonna survive or whatever.
Yeah.
So like you take that more seriously. Like if you get one negative comment and then like 100 positive ones, that one negative comment is gonna fuck you up more than the positive ones. Like how would you guys like say, it's like deal with shit like that? Because that's one clip that's gone off. We've got like a few hundred comments. You imagine like 400 people came up to you in the day and like, you're a piece of shit.
You're well boring.
Yeah. Like, what is your brain doesn't like translate that as, oh, it's just a comment. It sees that as 400 people that are coming up to you and saying that you're a piece of shit. What would you guys say to deal with that?
I think trying to like have a laugh with it, try and take it like in the sense that, especially when it's something that's this surface level, if people come up to you and being like, I really hate every single thing about you. I think your teeth are horrible. You've got bad hair and your personality stinks. It's like, oh, right. Okay. Thanks, Dad. But like, if they're coming up to you and be like, that one clip, at least then you've got like, you can fall back and be like, try and like laugh about it with yourself to be like, oh my God, how stupid was this comment that this person made? Because then, other than that, it's crying. That's the only way.
Yeah. Sitting in the bathtub, you know what I mean? Rocking back and forth.
Vomit crying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, I responded to the comments. I just tried to be like, respond positively, not like keep hating.
Yeah.
There was one username. It was like
XXX underscore like I smoke dank weed or something. Yeah.
I love your username kind of thing.
Yeah.
There was one comment. Where's my phone? Here we go. This was funny. It was some guy going off, and then there was some other guy like chatting back at him. Like,
Oh,
like,
was that on the MF Doom one?
Yeah. I gotta read out like the thread
I
now.
like that one. I was like, what's his first name? Name 5 albums.
I hate you shit. Wait, hang on.
Do you like MF Doom out of interest?
No, not really.
You got anything? Any?
No, I just MF Doom. He's just not really like it for me. You know what I mean?
Get the labeling, guys.
Oh,
Badging.
Yeah, the badge hashtag badging. God.
Yeah. Okay. So his username. He is literally me. That's his username.
Nice.
Quote, all caps when you spell his name, end quote. Just grow up. I enjoy his music. It doesn't mean I have to go out of my way to spell his name differently each time. And then another comment, all caps. It got more likes than the original comment.
Ratio.
And then he responded, tragic, you are a grown lad. And then I put, not that deep, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other guy said, tragic, my man posts TikTok about Rust. And you go on his TikTok, it's just all
Rust videos.
Yeah. Average Rust experience.
I think that's so funny whenever you see people arguing on Twitter or whatever, and then it's clear that somebody's then just gone onto the profile rather than just going. It's like, oh, where's your dad? And it's like, R.I.P. Dad.
Yeah,
that kind of vibe.
That feeling of when you're like losing an online argument, and you go in their bio and you see R.I.P. and you're just like, it's over. It's over.
Like Thanos with the glove.
Yeah. Or the spelling mistake. That's always a great one. Just immediately pressing the asterisk, and it's just. Yeah, I love that.
I used to be terrible for like getting into random beef on Twitter. Like it was just like if you're out having a drink in Spoons, whatever. Like and someone would be like straightening now. It's like where I am. This pub, different location. Come on, I'm table 6. I look like this. It's like just the perfect weekend, and then you grow up a little bit and you realise, no, I need to do this more anonymously. So I'm going to change my name to XXX Smoke Dank. Go on people's TikToks.
Yeah, so it continued on. Yeah, I actively post. I actively post Rust videos. Thumbs up emoji.
So defensive.
And then he responded to not that deep, bro, saying your podcast ain't going anywhere. I don't know why you're involved.
Like, do you want our fucking account?
and then the guy roasting put white AF1 merchant emojis. And then I just commented, I'm involved because you commented on my post. I would rather post podcast content than Rust. Smiley face. And he just didn't respond. So we win that BUP on top.
BUP stays on top.
You're going to have to do a crossover with Rust now.
It's nice when a random person on the internet comes to your defense.
Yeah.
It was the same guy who was supposed to wiggling your toes, though. So.
Yeah, that was also. Yeah, come on, boys. Let's get one for that guy. Just for the.
It was a woman, actually.
Oh,
I've actually got a bird sauce.
My stuff is.
It's like it would be hard. It'd be hypocritical to be like too upset and angry over this.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I did get shadow banned on Instagram like the other day because I was hating on people on TikTok. I was
going live as well, so they could see it there and then.
we were going on lives and just like chatting shit.
Yeah,
and then
so you're part of the problem.
Yeah, like
you're
that's what I mean.
Problem.
I am fully aware. Some guy was like, it was just some chav lad, and so I was like, all right, this is gonna be funny, saying that he'd like, oh, I'll bang you out, all this sort of shit. And then so I was like, all right, my name's at Yannick Merrilees on Instagram. I'm a cage fighter. I'll bang you out, lad. And then random girls would comment. I was like, oh, add me, all this sort of shit.
You're a cage fighter.
Yeah.
What's your record? How many wins? Oh,
I'm undefeated. Yeah, I'm ill. Sorry, guys, if you hear me.
I'm
coughing and
equally
spluttering.
undefeated in cage fighting.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you're just the same as us, bro.
Yeah.
You're not different.
But as of October 29th, right, when I've
Oh yeah.
taken an L.
Nah, you can't lose this one.
No, if I lose this one, I have to retire from everything.
Yeah, like-
Podcast, life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you will be banned
or
from the
something. I have to
podcast.
retire.
You won't be allowed on another podcast episode if you lose.
I shouldn't be.
Why are you involved? That's what Louis was saying. You walk.
Yeah.
I'm taking your name out the bio.
Good.
To be fair, we got some like decent comments recently actually. Like Joe Gom messaged me saying he enjoyed the Sam and Matt episode. Like some random person also commented on a clip. Keep going, lads. Like, you know, it's not easy to do this shit. So like, you know, there are genuine people out there, and we are actually doing something good. It's just 400 people obviously seem to disagree.
Yeah, you know, 12 people liked the video. No, 12,000 people. And also, we are minor celebrities because we've been recognised 3 times.
No, we probably like in total like 6 or so times.
Oh,
now.
wow.
This is on Crime Watch.
Yeah. People come up in the street and then they've also said that your podcast is shit.
Yeah, I've had food thrown at me.
I can't wait for my life to go downhill from being on this.
Yeah, just being affiliated in any way, shape, or form.
I'm going to go private on Insta.
It's funny having a platform to admit that you're an online bully. You know what I mean?
Isn't that the majority of YouTubers? Though?
Yeah,
That's
true.
the point, right?
True.
You were leafy as ear.
Oh god, man, that was such an odd era in like YouTube. Pyrocynical, Leafy is here, like Keemstar, all that
God.
sort of.
I wonder what he's doing now because he went like he just quit, didn't he?
There's definitely. Is this leafy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
think
been
so.
rumors about like different sort of routes he's taken, and all of them sound like about like him becoming an addict or him getting involved with like adult content, that side of things on the internet. But he's probably just living as Mars. Probably got 4 mil in the bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He would have made loads of
Yeah.
YouTube because he was getting loads of views. He was just like it was that like very raspy like kind of voice, isn't it?
Literally, hate. No chin.
Oh god, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no
when the
chin.
face reveal and the weak chin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd imagine that.
Nah, that was something else though. I remember he went on a break and then I'm pretty sure he came on Twitter, said the N-word or something, and then like left after that.
Jesus.
Like,
I wonder what his thoughts on the Queen are.
oh yeah, you know.
Porn out Felicity with Leafy.
Oh yeah, bro. Fucking Louis, I told you last night. Saw on my my dealer's snap that he was posting about like lighting one up for Lizzie and shit like that.
It's going to pay the respect.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the tragic news?
It's just one of them, innit? It's just
Yeah.
probably it's the royal family, isn't it? They're mainly paedophiles.
Yeah.
It's like
At best,
Yeah.
she's a defender. So like,
Yeah.
it's sort of like mixed emotions, really. It's like, yeah, she's part of like our history, kind of. It's the traditional thing
Yeah,
of
she's definitely fucking history now.
smoked it, lad.
Sleep, kid.
I felt really bad when I seen some of the memes of like Queen Liz clutching the gulag tonight,
Bro.
shit like that. I was like,
I've
you
been
know, in class
enjoying
when you try not to laugh and the
Yeah.
teacher's shouting at you and just makes you
Yeah.
want to laugh more.
Mhm.
Every time I see like a celebrity or someone die, I think one of my favorite ones is just the split picture of them and XXX Temptation. R.I.P. Queen Lizzie. You would have loved Moonlight.
I saw one like Instagram post and the caption was press F for the Queen or whatever. And just all in the comments is just F. And it's like kind of funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It's like some of the tweets that I've been seeing are very funny. Like I've been enjoying being on Twitter for the first time in my life
Since Leafy came back on.
Yeah, since that one time.
Remember the name.
I think it's funny seeing like the split, like in everybody that you've got on every different social media. Everyone on Facebook is like, oh my god, my beautiful grandmother Queen has gone. And then like Instagram is 50-50 between like you'll have like smoking the Queen pack tonight, guys, and then like next one is like my beautiful angel's gone to the stars, and then Twitter's a cesspit of like kick her
Anger and
coffin
hate.
down.
Yeah.
Let's piss on the corpse before it goes in the ground. You know what I mean?
You know.
That's just mine.
Fuck that bitch though. Like I made a lot of jokes about it, but like fuck that bitch. Fuck all of them.
Yeah. You can't be born into that much wealth for no reason. Defend pedophiles all your life. Be a massive colonizer, and then make me not laugh every time I see somebody take the piss out when you die.
Yeah, fucking they bailed out Prince Andrew, didn't they? They just paid off all of the
victims.
Yeah, we've got what's it called?
Settlement.
Settling. That's it. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I was like, pedophilia. Epstein. Yeah, 12
Well, you know,
million.
Epstein, yeah, pretty much is. Like, they probably were settled because they didn't want more shit to come out. You know.
Yeah. It's mad that when that happened, whenever it came out that like they paid 12 mil to like keep it quiet, that everyone's like, oh well, she's clearly lying. Then I would never take 12 million pounds to stop going through the most traumatic experience of my life.
Yeah, right.
They paid 12 million to satiate the liars of the society. Sure.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But you know, the bitch is dead. You know what I mean? Like
Her.
hopefully the rest comes soon.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Do you like our sausage fingered king? You were
Prince
under
Charles.
Prince Charles.
Sausage finger.
Have you not
Yeah,
seen?
have you not
Oh
seen-
my god! Have you not seen
Jamie,
his
pull it up.
swollen hands? He's got like
Mm.
any other person that might have some form of medical condition in your old age. This is not a joke at you, but he's the king now, so he's got like a little signet ring, and it's just swallowed up by his massive swollen fat fingers. It's ridiculous. It's like, you know, some people have that ugly thumb that looks like a big cat. It's like the reverse of that. There you go.
I'll screenshot this and send it out to you.
Oh my
Don't worry.
gosh.
Yeah, you guys will see this.
That is gross.
Chorizo.
You got chode fingers, hasn't he?
Yeah, they are chode fingers. God, I haven't heard the word chode in time. I'm gonna start using it again for the next week and then never say it for another 4 years.
Good.
What do you guys think about Liz Truss?
Fuck that bitch too, bro. All of them.
There was no win. So
Yeah.
I guess, like, you know, it's an L.
Another L to take.
Consolation in the Queen dying, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen loads of people
That's why
saying
she's popped off. She's like, oh, fuck this bitch.
Uh-huh.
She
That's
shook
what
her
they're
hand
saying,
and was
yeah.
like, gotta go.
the rice and strip.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, there was no winning. It was there should be a general election because it was kind of like it was just like, oh yeah, we're not going to give you guys any say,
Yeah.
even though there's no say in a vote anyway. Realistically, just it's the principle, you know, guys.
did
Yeah.
you see like
Don't leave us out. Let
point
me join in.
like 0.18% of the population voted to get her in? So it's like if there was 800 people in the UK, it was like 5 people had said we want her, and then now that's that, and now fracking's back. So
Oh yeah, Frank's back. And was watching The Last Leg. Don't know if you guys have seen it, but they were doing like a bit on the fucking energy crisis. And
classic comedy.
so due to like the whole inflation of it all now, it was something like if a pint costs like £4, you know, then it
Ooh.
now costs £58.
Nice.
That's how much the general price of energy has inflated.
Yeah, you know, have you seen like apparently the like pubs were ever going to increase pints to 20 quid
Yeah.
What?
for like to cover the cost of energy?
That's like how much it would have to be. You see, like loads of restaurants who have like,
Yeah.
like I work for the bank, and so we're getting calls about people who are like, yeah, I've had to close my business account because like what was costing me 11 grand a year, which is a lot of money, but you know, you're running a business. It's going up to like £180,000. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, is there anything else I can help with today? Thanks for calling.
Jesus Christ.
Would you like a savings card?
You need one.
0.1% interest.
Yeah. Fuck it all, though.
Fuck.
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and apparently, the energy, like, she's planning on announcing like an energy bill or whatever to like,
Yeah, like
just, like make it, you know, livable or whatever. And apparently they're just gonna like cap the bill, and then just they're going to pay
Yeah, there's a bailout and
the
that.
energy people, not like figuring out some sort of other deal.
there wouldn't be a deal. They've got like £170 billion in profit, and apparently we're bailing out 100 bill. So why not just take that down to £70 billion in profit? You're not in the red.
I'm not going to spend 70 billion fucking pounds.
I seen I seen a TikTok the other week. I have to scroll very far down to find it. Do you know what it's like a radio show, it's like LBC or whatever. It's like a politics kind of radio show. They get like politicians on, and they had some guy phone in, and he in like 2 minutes. He must have been very smart. He was very smart at math. He was riffing off all these like maths equations, and he basically solved the energy crisis and all the financial crisis here.
Oh, nice.
Just rearranging some numbers or
we
whatever.
need to get him on the BUP.
You know, I think I'm sorry. Turn that.
Is it too bright now? Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hell, you have the sun. Do I need to
Turn the main light off. Sorry.
While he was on air, like midway through the equations, he got clipped in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Like, that was
I
him.
commented on it, this guy is now unavailable. But literally, it took him 2 minutes, and the guy, like the radio show guy who was interviewing him, like followed along, and he worked out with him, and he was like, "Oh shit, yeah." It took him 2 minutes, and it doesn't cost anything. It was literally just like, I can't remember what he said.
Here's the change that needs to be.
Yeah.
Placed.
I didn't understand the word he was saying, all these numbers, but I was like, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Man.
And I was like, holy shit, like, why isn't he the fucking like financial? What's it called?
King of the world.
I think it's like it's not.
Yeah, close the
Yeah,
blind.
so yeah, that's
It's not a cost of living issue though, because everything is still there in spades. There's ways to fix everything that are very simple, but it's greed, and like there's no limit to these
Oh, it's
people's
too
greed.
dark, isn't it?
Thanks, Yanni.
Wait, what?
Just leave it as that, and then we'll put the light on.
So it's like these people, like they just want profit on profit beyond anything that anyone could ever spend.
Yep.
So it's like while all these simple fixes are there, they'll never do it because they aren't scared enough. So I think we need to start killing politicians.
Well, to be fair, you know, in their defense, why don't they deserve to have 80 bajillion pounds to their name?
Yeah, they're hardworking guys.
Yeah, you know, they do the Lord's work for us, you know, all that sort of shit.
I'm sold.
I'm happy to pay to be alive. You know what I mean? Yeah.
To be fair, I was like, just, you know, doing some research. Doing some research the other day. The companies that are actually in control of the world. I'm gonna.
Oh, is it like
Like-
PepsiCo, Coca-Cola?
No.
9 companies.
No. It's called the financial companies. It's mainly one called BlackRock. You have you heard of this?
Yeah.
before?
BlackRock sounds familiar, but
I think it's BlackRock and
That's the mercenary gang in GTA 6.
what do they do? Hang on. They basically control every financial thing. So obviously they control that. They control the government. So yeah, BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager with $10 trillion in assets under management as of January 2022.
Just like lend me 1 trillion. You've got enough.
yeah.
Pass me that.
Yeah, the thing is, obviously, I don't know if it's not technically classed as debt. It's kind of like the banks and how they
They're in control of it, and
it's
then
not
they
it's not
invest it and
their
stuff.
money, but you know you essentially give them. And like Vanguard, you know,
Yeah.
you heard of Vanguard? They're like a big investment company. Those are the people that have the power. Yeah, obviously, like Jeff Bezos and that have a pretty decent amount of power. Okay, now.
It is. It's a case of like those people. Like Jeff Bezos is the demagogue that we all know because he's 118 billion pounds.
Something crazy.
What you done to me? But he but it's the people that control his money, and then there'll be so many levels above that you'll have no idea about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he owns what, like 30? Well, was it 32 or 16? It was one of those, I think. Like he owns such a small percentage of Amazon. Like that's
Yeah,
someone.
he's given it up now, hasn't he?
No, yeah, when he did own Amazon. So it's like, think about the person who. There's probably someone who owns like 40, 50. You know what I
Do
mean?
you reckon he'd have given it away so somebody could hold a majority though? Probably not, right?
Oh.
That would
Yeah, he
have been
would have.
the
He would have
I scratched
distributed.
that. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is
Yeah.
the uneducated part. You
Yeah,
know?
stop not bullying
People
people on
just
the
be saying
internet.
words, you know?
I really think that you guys need to get your license for this. Before the next episode.
Oh, maybe we should get a barber on and just have a little chat, see if it's more interesting, and then be like, "Fuck you, that one guy."
Yeah.
Or
I reckon Matt from Cave would come on.
yeah, get Matt and Paul on. Oh, he get trims midway through.
Isn't that's definitely already a podcast?
Lad.
There's a thing
Oh
called
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
I'm gonna go next week. I think. For the trim.
Is
You-
that
you
is that
gonna
the
get trim?
the French cut? Yeah.
Well, this is pre-France. They're just growing. I've just like left it out.
I one of the like the third episode of the podcast came on my recommended on YouTube yesterday. I was looking at it, I was like, damn, it's crazy just how different you look with hair.
Yeah. It's sad.
What trim are you gonna get? Are you not waiting for it to grow all the way out?
Well, yeah, but I'm just gonna trim the sides. Like,
Nah.
tidy the sides up.
Just
Get
let
some
it- just let
shape
it
in
grow.
Yeah.
Get the cat wig. There you
Nah,
go.
fuck, I've already done-
Go from one extreme
I've
to
done
the
the cat
other.
wig before.
Yeah.
No. No.
And you're allowed you might have known him from about. He's like from around here who had like massive long cat wig, big curly ginger hair, and he had a £10 tick to some dealer, and instead of like getting battered or paying it, the deal was that if he shaved his hair, he'd let him off it.
Yeah.
So he shaved himself bald. He was like grown up for years. I'm like, God,
That's
for a tenner. You should have
understandable.
handled it, yeah.
I get it.
But
You
then
know?
I couldn't afford to pay the tenant.
Probably not. And then immediately, realistically, got more on tick. You know, he's like, that's
Yeah.
clear, sweet. And that's how credit works. See, here we are. We're learning about BlackRock on the way.
We're gonna make a drug monopoly.
Yeah.
Teach everyone about credit.
Yeah, can you get like a drug credit score? Do you reckon? I'm gonna start doing that for people.
I feel like it's how many toes you've cut off. That's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
drug credit
okay,
score.
yeah.
And fingers as well. Only limbs.
Oh, bro. What Reddit questions did you get?
Reddit questions. So these are all the ones I've asked. First of all is how and why do you please a woman? Little joke there.
Asking the wrong people.
Yeah, that's true.
No, so I've got one here, which is, do you, it sort of goes hand in hand, I think, with the comments you were getting last week. Do you genuinely believe you are of above average intelligence, and why?
Ooh.
I'm going to start this one by saying no. I think
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, but like smart. I think you're smarter than me.
I'm dumb as fuck.
Exactly.
Like, I was academically okay, but I'm like street smart. I understand like that sort of shit, you know? Grew up in the streets, all that. But like, I'm common sense wise, I'm not. I am average intelligence.
Yeah.
I think 'cause I've been
say
hitting the
I'd
head
say I'm the same.
quite a lot as well.
Yeah, yours is decreasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think though that there is something to be said of like a stupid person wouldn't know they're stupid?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's a different sort of. It depends what sort of intelligence you're talking about, because you've got the like emotional intelligence, which
Mhm.
I think self-awareness falls
Mhm.
into.
Yeah. That's a lot of ego.
In what way?
Self-awareness. Like,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
you know, being like, oh, I am actually not as smart as I think I am, or
Yeah.
defending yourself. I'm the smartest motherfucker in this room. You know?
True. That's
Or
like
like-
whenever I walk into anywhere.
I think I don't know that I'm again it's like one of those things where it's like it's easy to try and be humble and be like, oh no, I'm a little stupid guy. Actually I'm just a little stupid guy, you wouldn't hit me.
Yeah.
But I think it's like it comes in whenever I think it's like based on like problem solving and all that, like your IQ,
Mm.
whatever
Yeah.
if that's what you'd base that on,
Mhm.
I'd say is like you get like the tests aren't things like who was the King of England in X, Y, or Z. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stuff like how do you get from here to here? And I have pretty heavy trouble trying to figure out little things like that. So, like,
Yeah.
like,
The monkey brain just shuts down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
the
monkey
monkey starts
brain is the only
swirling
one
around.
Yeah.
Panic alarm goes off. Yeah, yeah. I think I was thinking the other day. Do you think like when you're like trying to not be egotistical and be like, oh yeah, I'm not as good as I think I am? Is that not also ego as well? Like, oh yeah, I've got to.
shutting yourself down. a little
Yeah,
bit,
yeah. Is
yeah.
that not the same as well? Like, how do you like truly set yourself apart?
You take a bunch of mushrooms, have ego death, and then to the point where you
DMT.
can't remember who you are.
That's
and
a
then,
great idea.
And then you just know that you're better than everyone.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly the opposite of what ego would do.
No, but yeah, I think to be honest, yeah, I think you have to genuinely, truly absolve the ego, because you can't do
But
it.
how do you do that?
Yeah, take a bunch of fucking mushrooms.
But that's
and-
temporary. You don't walk around at oneness forever after you do that.
well, that's if you
If you ever stop.
Yeah, you don't come down, you know.
Shrooms are for life.
There was that guy on Joe Rogan talks about it. About the guy who took a bunch of mushrooms and then covered himself in that like cream or whatever, so that it couldn't like secrete out of his skin.
What?
And then have you not seen that?
No.
Oh yeah, bro. And like so he just spent like a month on it basically, and he said like but when he came out he was just talking like he was never mentally recovered.
Fuck.
Isn't it primarily meth that leaves your body through your skin because it can't be processed through your liver? I'm pretty sure shrooms.
It was something. It was
He just smoked a load of meth every day for a month.
maybe.
He never financially or mentally recovered.
I'm pretty sure he was talking about shrooms.
Probably if it was on Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogan.
Best mates.
Yeah, God.
Have you tried DMT before?
Jimmy, line that up.
So yeah, I think because it's one of those like thought loops where trying to do like a selfless act, or like I want to do a good act so I can get good karma, but to get good karma it has to be a selfless act.
Yeah.
But doing the act, knowing in the back of my head that I want good things for me, it's not a selfless act.
Mhm.
I think it's one of those sort of loops. You can try as hard as you can, but I don't think you'll ever be able to properly dissolve the ego yourself.
That's a philosophical paradox in it. The whole
Yeah.
like. That's why every selfless act I do, I upload to YouTube and then I take the money back from the homeless person afterwards.
Yeah.
Would you like $50?
Dance and I'll pay for your energy.
Yeah. There's that trend, isn't there? Where it's like, do you want this milkshake or
Or I'll
Yeah, I
upload
saw
to
that
the-
yesterday.
the other person can have like two. Like, what do you do?
It was like some fat.
I feel like
She had four.
She took four.
She didn't hesitate.
No.
I'll be the four.
I would only take one milkshake because any more than one milkshake is
It's far too
cumbersome.
much,
I'm
yeah.
like,
It's far too
now
much.
I've got one milkshake and I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like, imagine walking around with that much milk inside you. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, that and like, there's the money one. The money one, like where it's like
That's how it started.
£5 now £10. Like, what money? What money? What
40 quid and I'm
yeah,
not giving
how
it to the
much?
next
How
person.
much would you take?
Somebody gives me if someone's like 40 quid or I'll double it, I'm like, yeah, I want that.
£2.50.
Yeah. You're the villain of the video if you take it at 5. It's like taking the low option on the chase. It's like,
Yeah. When it's like a minus option as well.
I think with going back to the intelligence thing though, I think there's a part of that is like in your ego and you can't necessarily like ignore that. But I think having a self-awareness of like, without trying to limit yourself and say, oh, I can't do this because I'm too stupid. It's like just knowing realistically, I think that you need to listen to other people's ideas because they might be better than yours, or like knowing when to let somebody else take the reins. I think is
Impossible.
sorry, aren't you choking to death?
With the selfless act thing, I think it's better than not doing a selfless act.
True. Yeah, as long as like
You're still doing it. You're still going to positively benefit someone.
Also, karma realistically doesn't exist in that way.
do
Like,
you not believe in karma?
I believe in like energies and all
Sheep.
that, but I don't believe.
In
I
the
don't believe.
Matrix. Still in the
But I
Matrix.
don't believe that it's a point system. Like I don't believe
Oh, no,
like,
it's- well, like,
here's
the good
5
place,
good
no.
and 5 bad. Unfortunately, you're still
Your
gonna have
fucking
to
social
get
credit
stubbed.
score.
Yeah,
it's
I also think it's like that, but I think
But if you're trying to do nice things and you're just trying to make people feel good, then more good will come to you.
Yeah.
Unless it's me, in which case I only try and victimize people who I know are good people, so
Yeah.
they stop believing in that kind of thing.
Okay, good.
That's why I've never done anything to you.
Yeah. Fair.
What do you think's the most selfless thing you've ever done?
Me?
Yeah, you right now.
I don't know.
And you. This is an open
I don't have
question.
one.
You don't have one.
No, I said I know what I've done.
What?
I raised 105 quid for charity in like year 6.
Oh, by doing your week of silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Week of silence.
Yeah, I had a sponsored silence for like a week.
He was a little attention seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the
Oh, the Goggins is
the Goggins run.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's sick that you do that. To be fair.
the first one. The second one was just a bid for attention. You know, I heard what you said.
It was all for the gram.
Yeah.
That's all, just for the clout.
The free T-shirts.
Yeah.
Going back to like that, the whole like can't do a self-attack thing. Even that though, like a part of that is like you must have been proud after you've done.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it's like you get something out of it. So you
Yeah.
really need to do something that you hate for someone you know that you don't want to be happy.
Yeah.
That will only benefit them. So it's like, oh yeah, I donated £200 to an anti-abortion rally because like I don't want to make them happy, but I'm annoyed. You know what I mean?
I've given money to homeless people.
Oh yeah, I was giving money to homeless people so they buy me drugs.
To be fair, like I said on like the France when I came back from France, the first podcast, like the fucking woman who came up to me and was like, "I have not eaten in like a whole few days, my child, and you're hungry."
We
And then,
bounced into the accent period of the podcast as well. Let's go.
and then like fucking as soon as like the tram was coming, I'd given like a tenner. Because I had like I only had like 10 like UK pounds with me. She was like waving it about like way, and then she gets on the tram and all her family and mates are around like way. And I was looking at her, I'm like, hang on, the fucking pig.
Fair play, I guess you've made someone happy there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's a woman who there's a woman. No, there's a woman who like was unhoused around where I used to live, and like one time I think like I'd just been paid, and I was feeling generous. You know what I mean?
Sorry, it's the way you said unhoused.
That's what you.
Like she was sitting in it, and people just took it away from her.
Yeah. Sorry, I demolished her home. But and she was like asking for money. I was like, I hate the opinion of like, oh, don't give homeless people money because they'll buy it on they'll spend it on drugs. It's like, get over it. If you're gonna give someone money, that's their money now. If they're buying food or shelter or whatever they want, I'm buying drugs with it. You're buying drugs with it. Why
Yeah.
can't this person buy drugs with it?
If they need drugs, like I would understand if you need to take your mind off something. You know what I mean?
I would be in like the same position, but like I hate that she was like asking for money for like to stay at a hostel. I was like, I was feeling generous, whatever. I gave her a tenner, which is no small amount of money. And I made sure people saw when I was like, here's £10. Here is £10.
Yeah.
Hear ye. But then like I was out on my bike and then I came back about an hour and a half later. She was like, "Oh, yeah, we only need £7.50 to get into the hostel." And I was like, "That's what you told me last time." See you in a bit. I was like, "Don't like at least remember my face." You know,
Yeah.
I don't care that you've lied to me. I don't care that you're not spending the money on what you say you are, but at least give me that. I've earned that by £10.
Yeah.
So that wasn't very selfless of me. I very much did that for my own benefit.
As you could tell the story on the podcast.
Yeah, that didn't even happen. I just wanted to get the praise.
I made that up.
Yeah. Man, Reddit try not to lie challenge.
So look,
Oh, speaking of Reddit.
now you mentioned Reddit.
No, the what you call it? So, Louis, there's been like a thing going around.
So you were talking about before?
Yeah, this is a story of a guy being like, my girlfriend says she doesn't like the music I play when we have sex.
Do you want to find it and read it?
Oh yeah, do that.
Just like riff while I get this.
Yeah. It's something else. I'm telling you.
It's insane.
It's something else. The idea that this is, I hope this is real.
Oh, it is. It can't not be. It's too weird for it to be. So nobody's creative enough to do this.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the like TikToks where it's like my sex Spotify playlist is like Jetpack Joyride? So,
Yeah.
Let's see. Right, I've gone to a news page, which isn't the place to get it. But yeah. So he was trying to do something nice for his girlfriend. Here it is. So it's, today I fucked up. My 20F girlfriend of 2 years told me the music that I, 25M, bit of a strange age gap there in my opinion. They've been together for 2 years. 18, 23 doesn't roll right with me. The music that I play during sex is weird and a major turn off. A little while back, when I first started having sex, I researched into ways to make it better, as I was a little stiff and pretty and pretty much had no idea what I was doing. I read online that you can play music and match the rhythm. That's really important to focus on, that he matches the rhythm here in order to put on a better performance. God, you're not ready. I searched lovemaking songs and slowly started creating a playlist in which I was comfortable matching the rhythm. I'll skip ahead a bit. So there are a few songs on my playlist. However, there is one song in particular which actually happens to be my favourite, that my girlfriend hates and says turns her off in a major way. I don't understand why it's taken her 2 years to tell me she hates this song. It's a good lovemaking song with good rhythm. He keeps every time it's a good lovemaking song. Like, I did this to make love. I was making my lovemaking.
I make coitus with my female partner.
So he said he's a bit annoyed. He said, I pretty much played the tune every single time. So the amount of times she must have not been enjoying it, when I thought the complete opposite is annoying and embarrassing in so many ways. He says also that this is a song that primarily he uses to make himself get there. So
Play it from the start.
right, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you playing the song? Okay.
Yeah. So you can cut this for.
Get in the mic.
Will you not get copyright on this?
Nah, it doesn't matter. We don't make money anyway.
Nah, just wait.
Yeah.
You can imagine it just slowly, slowly going up.
Doesn't sound too bad yet. This is it. This is all it does.
Yeah.
Matched it.
How?
I can't.
Wait, and then there's the final bit at the end.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely the bit where he gets there.
Yeah.
I can imagine him trying to match it.
But there's a bit where he said, like, he did a follow-up and he was like, I've tried sex now with us is awkward. I think they've broken up since it's all popped off. He says sex is awkward.
Heavy.
Because in my head I was still listeing to the song.
And she could recognize it. She recognized the rhythm he was doing.
Go on. This is the end.
Yeah. No. Fuck.
That was... Imagine, like... Checking the clock.
That's the climax.
Imagine if you were conceived to that song.
That's your intro song.
Fucking hell.
You're 100% born with ADHD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's clown music.
What
you
is-
know
what
I
is
mean?
Hey, you speak.
What is the rest of the verse say?
So I'll try and find the follow up as well because
Okay.
that like he says anyway. This is the song.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I've seen a few videos on TikTok as well. People like face reveal, I'm the guy, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I saw a dude who was like, I think he'd been interviewed, and he was like, yeah, so I am the guy. And you know, you can tell with somebody's energy if they're actually affected by something or not. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, you're the guy. Follow up. Let me see.
I do feel bad for him in the sense of it's an awful song choice, and I can't believe in any way, shape, or form that you thought that was a good idea. However, the idea that she hasn't communicated like for 2 years,
yeah.
and he's been like, "I'm the man," my 6 seconds.
She's
break,
loving
yeah,
this.
and for them to be just like, it's not as severe, I suppose, but it's along a similar thing of being like, yeah, I don't really find you that attractive.
Yeah,
2
it
years
is.
in.
It is quite similar to that. Yeah. The follow up is today I fucked up. So again on this
Okay.
one, posting on Reddit about our sex life with CBAT who made the song,
Yeah.
Big
and
up.
now our relationship has ended. Says okay, this has exploded more than I
Rip.
expected, and has been a bit overwhelming with the messages. But I thought I'd give an update. I reckon he got less hate than you guys on your last.
Yeah.
Probably.
She's in the wrong, bro.
Yeah.
King.
So I didn't expect it to blow up so much. I should have used an anonymous name instead of my real name and our real ages. There aren't many 25-year-old Tyler Lifes, that's his Reddit, who are in a relationship with their significant other for 2 years who is 20. Unfortunately, her younger sister recognized this and showed her parents, who weren't happy at all and made the situation extremely awkward. What made it more awkward and cemented the fact that it was me is that they recognized the song. Once at a family dinner, we were discussing music taste, and my ex-girlfriend stated that I have an odd taste in music. Everyone laughed and pressed me to play something from my phone to show what I like as music, to which I then blessed their ears with CBAT. Her father laughed and said it was terrible. I guess we all have different tastes. His taste was your daughter. Although I nodded in agreement at the time, I was thinking in my head that this is a great fucking song. We are over now and I'm moving on. I already revealed my face on TikTok, but with the amount of hate I originally got, I decided to say I didn't have it and backtracked. I don't think the song is that bad, and I had no idea she didn't like it until recently, and as soon as she did, I stopped. I didn't force CBAT on her. Not all can handle CBAT. I know it's different. I know a lot of people ask for a face reveal on a playlist. My playlist I actually burned onto a CD and have been using for my CD player. So he was sitting there like, yeah, she's gonna love this one. He wrote like little love hearts, Tyler's Life's love making playlist.
no.
And, like, yeah. Imagine getting with a woman and you're like you fall in love with her. It's been 7 years. You're gonna propose, and then one day you play that song like as a joke, and she kicks off, and it turns out she was the woman who broke Tyler Life's heart.
Oh.
You got a clip of there and then.
Yeah, like just for the homie, you know. What I
Yeah.
mean? Let her know he got shooters in these streets. Damn. But yeah, what did you think about that? Oh, I'm glad we got to
hilarious.
share that with you.
That was fucking hilarious. Like his music taste is definitely off. He has a weird music taste. I think you gotta have some common sense. It's like if you're making a sex playlist, you're not gonna put fucking CBAT in it.
Also, if you're at your like girlfriend's family's like at the dinner table with her parents, and they're like, "Oh, what sort of music you like? Why are you going to the sex playlist?"
Let me just show you what I fuck your daughter to. Hang on.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, do you not? Surely, like, do you know how we were talking about this about getting conditioned?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is he not hearing
Yeah.
CBAT and immediately he's getting a little stiff? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, he probably was.
Yeah.
Fucking dogs under the table. Like,
God, peanut on the hand.
No.
fucking hell.
Yeah. So he's had a pretty bad week.
That is a rough fucking week, to be fair.
She's had a rough 2 years.
Yeah, getting
We were saying as well, like,
demolished the scene.
a part of it is like that, you know, as a podcast with 3 men, we are pretty, I assume, solid in knowing exactly what women want and need.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the very basics is if you're doing bits, you want to have like a steady rhythm. You want like something that's like like you've got like even that. At least it's steady and like there. Not something so inconsistent. It's like. Da, 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 da. And it's like she has never once enjoyed that man in the way that he hopes she has.
No, like it's the sort of like faking it so it ends faster. You know what I mean?
Huh?
What?
They can do that.
Shut up. But yeah, what other Reddit things have you got?
Reddit cues.
Reddit really is a great place to laugh at other people's misfortune, isn't it? It's like Discord face reveals.
Oh my gosh.
What British slang don't you like? But you don't slang.
Shag. I hate shag.
Yeah.
Wanker. No, wanker's funny. Willy. I hate
Is
that.
Willy slang or is that like child speak?
Yeah, that's like something a kid would say, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Tallywackle. I think prick as a word for penis is very funny.
Prick?
Yeah, like
I've never heard.
it just makes me think
got a
it's
little
very
prick.
small. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
before I put CBAT on, I'm like, get ready for this prick, darling.
like calling someone like
Sorry,
knob.
imagine having a CBAT on vinyl.
Bro, the full ritual, he opens up the vinyl player, he gets it out, makes sure it's not scratched at all. He's
Polish.
like, she got
Hard to
love
tell.
this. Puts it down.
Gently places the needle down.
Yeah.
Slowly turns.
Mhm. Oh god. Candlelit room.
No,
Oh.
I think if he's playing that for his ex, it's glow sticks hung up from the ceiling. He's got shelf after shelf of every drink he's ever had. Like it's like
all the monster cans.
Energies.
Yeah. Oh no,
100%.
it's. Do you remember ages ago the guy who had piss bottles in his drawer?
Oh,
It's this guy.
Yeah,
It's this
yeah.
guy.
Mom found the piss trough.
Yeah. It's funny because this guy's gone through something, pretty fucking traumatic, and here we are making fun of him just after talking about online hate.
Anyway, here's all the links to the mental health support you can get.
Young Minds UK. So, minge is a bad slang word as well.
Oh, fanny.
Funny. You don't like pussy either.
I don't like pussy, but I'd rather say pussy than fanny.
Yeah.
Like, let me see. I can't even. I don't want there to be like a video of me saying these words.
There is. You've just said them.
No, but I mean the sentence I was about to say.
I think like I outside of that one, there's a few like that are very specific to Liverpool that I don't fuck with. I don't like Ken. Ken instead of house.
No.
It's obviously gaff.
Gaff.
You've already got the perfect one.
Yeah.
Say that one. I don't like Mandy either. Mandy means cigarette. It means like
Oh,
Mandy Long. You smoke a cigarette.
Oh, shit.
But it should clearly be about drugs.
Yeah,
like
Mandy's
Mandy's a
everything.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks very much, Liverpool.
Yeah. But some of Liverpool slang's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, their insults are just like just random words, but they
Yeah.
work so well,
Yeah.
and it just makes it way more funny.
Like, calling someone a gang of mushrooms, like I think
A
that's
what?
funny.
Gang of,
If you got a group of people, gang of mushrooms.
gang of
That's pretty
mushrooms.
good.
eh?
That's like,
Shit.
yeah.
I don't know what other bad slang words there are. It's mainly just to do minge, fanny.
Gash.
Yeah,
I think-
gash. Yeah, I can't remember who was someone saying like I remember like hearing at a party, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, smash a minge in, lad," and I was just like,
Oh my
Oh.
god. There's a Scouse word, rat. Get your rat out. That means show us your fanny. That's what Rush.
Clunge.
Oh.
Basically, anything J off in between it says
Yeah,
is
true.
pretty bro.
Yeah, but Jay does it and it's funny.
They don't
with
know
J's,
man them
innit?
like that.
Yeah, it's
You
funny.
can pull it off.
Yeah, no, he pulls it off because he's a massive virgin. You know what I mean?
But when people are actually genuinely like serious about it, it's just like,
I think when you see people that are like us, and like they're in certain situations, like do you know the way you have to speak to like a taxi driver? You change it. You say, "Oh, thanks, boss. Nice one. My fella. How
Cheers,
are
boss."
you?
Yeah.
Good one there, lad. Busy tonight, is it? It's like the same with like drug dealers, but you see people go like proper road man. So it's like whenever they start trying to like, just anything that doesn't fit how you would normally speak, doesn't sound like natural to come off. Like whenever you wagwan.
Well, go on. I say I like sometimes because
Bunda
say
still.
I'll be messaging
heavy one still.
and then so I'll message my dealer and I'll be like, yo bro, can I get this? I say please and thank you to my drug dealer.
So they know your mum raised you right,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, no worries, bro. And then I can't say bro anymore because we both just said bro to each other. So I'll say man, and then in the conversation he might say or something, and then it gets to the point where the only things left are like G.
Whenever you've got to G, it's right.
Yeah.
It's been 50 minutes, my G. Where you are?
Yeah.
Darling.
It's like,
Thank you, darling.
it's dog. It's like, it's just not me.
I uplift them. I'm like, hey, king. Let me palm you some peas.
Yeah.
There's somebody here said they hate hollybobs, which I fucking agree with.
Yeah, hollybobs.
Oh, X sleeps until me
Hollybobs.
follybobs.
Oh, yeah.
Hollybobs is
Platty
bad.
Jubes pissed me off. I hated hearing people talk Platinum Jubilee, which
I
we'll
know
never have to deal with.
Platty
I know
Jubes.
that.
Oh, look at the
Party for
Platty
Platty Jubes.
That's just Rona. People saying like Rona, that pissed me
Yeah.
off.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you've got it right now.
No, it's just sort of like, you know what I mean? See old blokes like fuck Rona t-shirts. I was like, Miss Rona. I hate British people.
I feel like
Chuck it out loud.
my like the language I use adapts to whatever place I spend the most time in.
Yeah.
Like when I was in France, I noticed myself thinking more in French,
Right.
and then when I came back, I would like when someone speaks to me, I'd think of the response in French,
Oh,
and, then,
that's
and
cool.
then stop myself being like, "Oh, no, speak English. You're not in
Yeah.
France now." And then when I'm
Do
spending
you
more,
speak French fluently?
not fluently, but like
You can get
Almost.
by.
yeah, I
That's
can have
cool.
like a conversation.
Nice.
I might have to like Google a few words or whatever.
Yeah. Ça va.
Yeah.
Ça va bien. There you go.
And then when I spend more time in Liverpool, I notice myself thinking more in like
Scouts.
Scouse, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then I stop myself again speaking like, am I sounding Scouse when I say this?
I don't like camel.
Oh,
Talking about
yeah,
scouts.
I don't like
Camel means like a fit bird. Like this is my camel.
I've
It's
never
my
heard
girl.
that.
I don't really like bird either.
I don't like bird. I think bird says
Bird's alright.
bird's funny, ironically.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
get-
Yeah,
build
mini
them birds,
birds.
man. Like
Birds,
that's
Where the
funny.
birds are.
But
Any
to be
birds
like,
come in town, I'll pay.
yeah, like this my bird. Like it's not nice. The
I think-
bird.
What you're saying there about like thinking in French. When I went to high school first, I went to a Welsh speaking high school, and because like I didn't speak Welsh, we had to like go through intensive learning courses, and I was dreaming in Welsh, and that was really weird. I wake up and I was like,
I had dreams in French as well.
You only speak English, loser.
I speak a little bit German.
Ach nein, hier kommen am Stamm ab der Lung.
Exactly. Oh, nice.
What's your favourite German slang?
I had a bit. I lost it, but I had this little blue book that Mr. Khan had given me, and we were supposed to write like any phrases or things that we needed help learning. And instead of learning German in lessons, I would just grab a dictionary and I would write down all the different like slang words I could
Right.
find, and I had a full list of them. Like I it was sick, but I lost it,
Oh,
and it was sad.
in Mum's attic.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
Yeah.
I probably still got it. I reckon I could find it, but I'm praying that one day I find this book.
I looking at that answer there, someone said hollybobs. They said anyone who says X sleeps until hollybobs with mummy's little man and daddy's little princess and the hubster deserves to be eaten by a shark. I agree, but it made me think there was a girl when I was like 16. I was like going out with this girl, and I was trying to get out. Like we've been going out for like a month, and I was trying to like break up with her essentially, and I did. And I was like, look, can I come down to yours and like I'll speak to you, do it proper, don't want to break up with you like via text. I definitely did. And she was like, no, because I'm at my dad's and he wants to kill you. And I was like, oh no, why? And she said, because you've broken his little princess's heart. And I was like, this is the right decision that I have made here.
Now you deserve to be broken
Yeah,
up
I
with
was
the
like,
text.
Oh my
yes, I'm actually just going to
gosh.
block you instead.
Yeah, that's horrific.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, this is her full name and her address.
Yeah, well, we love
I know you
name
guys like
drops.
that, right?
Yeah. It's not British, but I hate doggo.
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 Doggo talk is rough. Like popstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when people speak like baby voice.
Like, woman,
no thanks. No, thank you.
That's a turn off.
Yeah.
Oh,
if,
that's
if,
an
if,
ick.
if a girl starts speaking to you like, can I please have something or whatever?
Oh.
Like,
You're a grown woman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are 18. It'd be very strange for my 30-year-old girlfriend to be like, oh, please. I don't even think about it.
nah.
Do you reckon that would be enough to
I think if she ever turned around and she was like, oh, please, I'd go,
I'd go
never
soft.
do that again.
Yeah.
I'd go soft.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not joking. I will dump you if you ever do that again. I cannot be in that environment.
Yeah. That's a
And then I'll
toxic
go
work
back to doing it
environment.
because only I get to talk like that. I'm her little guy.
A special little prince.
That's like the Breaking Bad meme. With the,
yeah. Breaking Bad has some quality memes, to be fair, man.
They've been popping off recently.
Yeah, good, as they should. I love
It's because of Saul, isn't it?
Yeah, they go sort of in circulation.
Yeah.
It's good when they come back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rory's really bad for baby talk.
Yeah.
Our friend Rory's in Vietnam at the minute, but he will always. It started from there's like a video of like somebody drew a little cartoon of somebody drowning in a cave, and Obama was there, but didn't say them. So he always sounds like
don't say it.
No,
Don't.
he always
I
says,
can't.
Please, Mr. Obama.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm glad he's a continent and a half away.
that was a bit I never liked.
Yeah?
Like there have been some bits in the group that I was just like,
Go on, out it.
No, I can't.
Go on.
I can't remember most of them anyway.
No, what's a bit you do like?
Um,
Remember, these are the only two people that like you that consistently watch this.
yeah, true. I think all the jokes you guys say are really funny. Please keep supporting this. Have you got any other cool Reddit things? Because you had some good. Let me have a look. Because you had some good ones. Let me pick one.
All right, okay.
Which ones have you already said these two?
Can you not remember? Yeah, it was the slang and selfless.
Well, this question is: what is something that can make an attractive person suddenly very unattractive? Baby voice.
Yeah.
Have you guys not discussed icks on here?
We
before?
have, yeah.
Multiple
But
times,
that's why
yeah.
I was just briefly saying.
Right,
that.
okay, yeah.
What's the most unattractive female name?
Gertrude was the top answer on that.
Yeah, Gertrude.
Gertrude's bad, but it's not the worst.
I
It's
feel like that
pretty
can
rough
change
one.
with like context. Like, would you ever get with a girl who had like one of our sisters' names?
No.
No.
No, I couldn't. It's too.
Yeah, that'd be in your head, surely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the time.
Our sister's Gertrude.
But like, so you're feeling cute, you know? You come home to Gertrude, you're like, "Hey, Gertie, have a think about you, girl." Like, yeah, it just doesn't work. Greta is a pretty bad
Greta,
one.
yeah. Greta.
Who, you know, how do I say this without name dropping so you don't have to edit? You know the person in the not year below, younger sibling of someone we know who threatened to make people spit blood for a week. Do you remember that? Because they were chatting shit about his girlfriend. What was his girlfriend's name? Because I remember she had a fucked up name. Was her name Gertrude?
Surely there's no one. That
It was G.
born in
It was
2004.
It was G something that wasn't 2004. Do you know the guy who I'm on about? So he looks exactly like his older brother. His older brother is probably pretty sad that the Queen's just died.
Oh.
Yeah. So someone.
I love an inside joke.
No. So someone had.
Yeah.
He posted a story about how whoever said I cheated on whoever, I'm gonna make you spit blood for a week.
Jesus.
What's
Yeah.
her name?
Was it Goethe?
It was G something.
What was it? It was something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
I know. I remember we used to make fun of it all the time.
Yeah.
And you've been spitting blood ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember,
It's
but
like I did that without name dropping as well.
yeah, I know some people may know from that. But
I to be honest, I'm shaking even though I mentioned it. I should not have said it.
Your heebies jeebies.
Yeah, I got the heebie-jeebies.
Consider your shivers timbered. Your timbers would be shivered, but never mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of ugly girls' names, and the only name I can think of is Humphrey.
I was gonna say that same. Humphrey is a gross name.
gosh.
Humphrey's an awful name.
Humphrey.
Oh, this is actually pretty funny. There was a dude I spoke to on the phone. I'm not going to give his full name because I'm pretty sure I get sacked. But he called and like the way that the process works, I answer. I have to take information before I say anything about
Yeah.
them. So I was asking his name, and he was saying it. I was like, "Are you mocking me?" And this is just like some dude from like Chester, and his name was Mungo. Like his first name was Mungo. And I was like, "Oh, Mungo, put the CBAT on. Let's go
Oh
to
god.
town."
Yeah.
Mungo and Gertrude are there.
Mungo's pretty bad. What? Mungy? Like how do you shorten that? Like
Mung.
yeah, Mung. Damn. Oh, we were at a wedding yesterday. And
what?
we were at a wedding
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
And we met someone who is a competitive arm wrestler.
Oh yeah.
He's
Damn.
just done a tour in like Iraq, and now he's come to
Fucking beast.
arm wrestle. Yeah,
King.
that was very interesting.
Yeah, that
Do you arm wrestling? Do you ever go?
Oh, I thought I was too scared. But he was like sort of showing us like the different techniques, and it's like, damn.
I think the way what you're saying is like the way that you tend to do it, where you like if you're on wrestling, you try and pull it in.
Yeah.
That's wrong because then you're just both going bicep against bicep. Really, what you want to do is like the opposite. So you want to try and twist it over like that because the weakest point is their fingers. So he's like you bend it over, and that way they're sort of And I was like, oh, sweet. Anyway, you're scaring me, so goodbye.
With forearms like absolutely jacked.
He was a big dude.
Yeah.
He was a big dude.
Yeah.
But like, he was saying that when he first started training, the first 6 months, like when your ligaments and tendons are getting used to the training,
yeah.
he said it was like agonizing, like
Really?
always in tears, like felt like he just had toothache in his arm all the time, constantly.
Is it funny to think of him like going through that much pain for arm wrestling? Like you'd imagine like a Rocky montage of him lifting a carcass. Like, like,
Those machines in the gym are cool though. Like I've seen them in videos and stuff, like where they have like a table. And, like,
Oh yeah, just fucking slamming it down and shit. Yeah.
Just absolutely boom.
it's one of those things I think where like when we were talking to him, do you know you have conversations with people and it's clear they don't know what they're on about, but he had like all the
With
lingo,
Yannick all the time.
like he was talking about, like I was like, oh, what's the best way to train? He was like, on table.
Yeah, you get table time, and then like
It's like table time.
and it was like it's just a whole other world.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a cool. I thought you'd appreciate. I think that's a cool interest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, when you're gonna get into it,
Arm wrestling.
yeah, competitively.
I don't know. Might as well start training now.
You may as well.
Hey, you need some table time.
Yeah.
You guys excited for the Diaz and Khamzat fight?
Oh,
It's this
yeah.
weekend, isn't it?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I enjoyed the press conference.
Oh yeah, the press. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Press conference didn't happen.
Did it not?
Dana was like, yeah, it's not a smart idea to have this press conference.
Why?
Because there was shit going on in the back. Apparently, someone in Nate Diaz's team slapped Darren Till.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's just a little guy.
Yeah. So
I like their like relationship they got now.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see.
I think it'll be cool to see how it affects him. Like
I think it'll
his
improve.
fighting.
I think it'll
yeah.
improve him.
I think it'll be
yeah,
good.
hopefully. But do you think Darren Till could be champion again?
He never was.
Oh, not champion again. Sorry. Do you
Like-
think he can be an
Yeah,
actual contender again? That's
He
what I'd say.
definitely can. He just needs to work hard. He's done the first bit of like surrounding himself with good people. Like Khamzat he trains hard as fuck. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to have that motivation there for him. But I am definitely interested to see Khamzat versus Diaz.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it feels somewhat bad
Yeah.
for Nate because like
He is going to lose.
he's getting fed to
Hands up by
the
KO.
wolves.
Yeah, first round.
He's just like you can already see he's got signs of CTE, like with his like.
Oh, the way he speaks.
I mean,
A real gangster.
West Side.
He's
My
just trying to be
Nate
Mike
impression is
Tyson.
sick.
That is good. I like it. I saw somebody like saying like their prediction was that like it would go to ground first round and Diaz was like throw up some submission attempts, they get blocked, whatever, and then second round he thought essentially it would just because I think they thought that because it would seem like a boring fight, Khamzat would start throwing strikes and then Diaz would end up all bloody and it would get stopped because he couldn't carry on and he'd be like, hey man, no, I was gonna get back. I mean, but yeah, I think I think it would be really fun if he won because I love
Yeah,
I
the
love it.
shockwave if he like upsets this fight.
There's been so many upsets in the UFC recently. It wouldn't surprise me, but there's also been a lot of legends getting KO'd. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be, and there's gonna be a lot of eyes on it, no matter what.
It's the new generation's coming through, isn't it? That's what's happening.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
people getting old and the new hungrier guys are coming up, and it's just
And
it's
then
just-
the old
it's a
line's
na-
going to start
it's
fighting.
a natural
Jake Paul.
cycle of the sport. Of any sport, it's always the new hungry guy will come up and eventually just knock down
Yeah.
the old veteran kind of thing. But like I don't want to see Diaz just get pounded.
No.
It'd just be sad to watch, like with Ferguson, like with Tony, because he's fighting as well. He's
Oh
got
shit, on the same card.
Yeah.
He's fighting G. Whatever.
yeah the guy that
I'm not
Khamzat
gonna-
knocked out. Because he's moved up to welterweight.
Well, made him pass out. It was by submission.
What did I say? Knock out.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, like Tony, I reckon this might be Tony's last fight as well.
No, I reckon Tony wins.
Do you reckon?
I hope so. Tony had the shake off with Michael Chandler.
Mhm.
He won the first round.
Yeah, we got absolutely flat line.
Well, yeah, but that's because Michael Chandler is one of the most explosive like athletes.
Yeah, no, but
in
the damage
UFC.
on that head. How many other wars has he been in?
Nah, Tony's got it. El Kikuri all the time. I mean,
The thing with CTE is like it doesn't always show up straight away.
No.
Imagine how much sparring he's had as well, and on top of all the wars he's had, and then that big fucking KO. He was out cold. He just
face planted.
bump.
He spars hard. Like he was talking about. Yeah, I broke my student's rib, which is a dick thing to do. But
Yeah.
he spars hard.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, that would not surprise me.
and now he goes to welterweight. People hit harder at welterweight.
Yeah. I got faith. I got faith in my man.
Al Kukui come back.
I want to see Kevin Holland's fight as well.
Is he fighting this
yeah,
weekend?
I
as
like
well?
Kevin Holland.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, me too.
God.
Do you not watch like UFC or anything?
I do, but I'm very
Out of the loop.
no, yeah. What's it?
Casual.
Casual. That's
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Very much like I think we were talking about this. Like I know a lot more about UFC than people who don't watch it all would just know Conor McGregor because of you.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I'm not like
Yeah.
I can't speak very eloquently about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when they hit each other in the face. That's my favorite bit, actually.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you I was gonna say I had a question.
Was it about UFC?
It was something fighting related, but I've forgotten. Carry on.
Saw a video of Nick Diaz on like some conference call, and he's like stood in his living room, and they're like trying to talk to him about something serious, and he walks off screen, and you just hear, and then he goes like starts playing with nunchucks, hits himself and drops them, and then goes. I was like, yeah, that makes sense to me. From my understanding of UFC, that's what these people are like.
There's the video of USADA coming in and testing Nate Diaz, and he's on live and he's just like smoking a blunt.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like offering it to them and shit. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. Have you seen the like interaction between Khamzat and Paulo Costa? Oh yeah, there's been like Paulo Costa's been like calling him a gourmet Chechen and like a fake gangster and all this sort of shit. And then they were in the Performance Institute,
Yeah.
and like Paulo's like, "Yo, I want to fight," and he's like, and Khamzat's like, "You want to fight now? I fuck you up, brother. You want to fuck me up? We fight now. We fight now." And then they're just like shouting at each other. But who do you think wins that?
Ooh. Costa's got a big weight advantage on him.
Yeah, Costa wins easy, in my opinion. I think that's a dominating win by Costa.
Yeah, considering how he fought Romero, how he literally just went toe to toe with him, just walked through him, just walked him down.
And with Luke Rockhold, like Luke Rockhold was gassed very fast, but like the random points where he'd get like a second wind and he just throw like such a hard shot, he just take it, stumble, walk back forward. I think he has the tools to beat Khamzat pretty easily.
Like hands and legs,
Yeah, you know what I mean, and elbows and knees.
heads and shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that now.
Good.
Khamzat, he's game for anyone though.
Yeah,
Like, he's genuinely like he will scrap anyone. He doesn't care. Even if Ngannou started chatting shit, he's mad enough to be like, "You want to fight?"
Didn't
I
Diaz
smash-
ask for Ngannou
Yeah,
for this fight? That was what
Yeah,
he
yeah,
requested
yeah,
Ngannou.
he's a beast. Oh, Anderson Silva and Jake Paul are boxing.
Yeah, they are.
Thoughts on that?
I hope Anderson wins. He's probably got the skill. The thing is, it's good matchmaking because they see how. Sorry, I'm gonna turn the light off again. They see how like Anderson's getting old now. The thing with like styles like Anderson's, what's bad about them is that they rely a lot like very fast like counter punches. They rely a lot on their reflexes.
Yeah.
And when you see them, you see like Muhammad Ali, you see like Roy Jones, when they like slip back, they can slip back and they can time a punch where they literally just turn their chin to the point where there's like that much space left. And the problem that when you age a little bit is your reaction time dims that little bit
That little bit.
that little bit more. So when you would have just missed it,
It just
Yeah.
gets
that split second, you just get caught, and then you see them get like caught and whatnot. And the thing with Anthony, he's in his late 40s now, isn't he? So I think they're hoping, the Jake Paul team and Jake Paul himself are hoping that he's going to be a lot slower. He's probably got a massive weight advantage on him.
He's tall and longer than Anderson Silva. What height is he?
Well, Jake Paul's like 200 pounds.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. There'll be a weight advantage, I think, to Jake Paul, but
Yeah, it will.
I think Anderson Silva is a good boxer.
Yeah.
Like, well, let me see what his actual
To be fair,
boxing record is.
I hope he does win that. He's definitely got the skills to do it. It's just if Father Time catches up to him.
Yeah.
Because he's beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who was a world champ. He wasn't a very good world champ, but still a world champ.
He's 3-1. He's got 2 KOs and he's been KO'd in his boxing. He's a 1.5 star rating. He's 47.
47
years old.
He's
yeah.
6'2". What weight? He's
Okay, so
light
they're
heavy.
about the same size.
I feel like my like primary issue I think with the Jake Paul boxing thing is you see him and he is a skilled boxer. He's like, you know, it's not like he's just playing. Like he's putting in training. You can see that he's like doing a bit and he seems like an alright boxer. But all of the fights that he's getting are people that aren't boxers. Like, it's not like, oh, they're a 47-year-old retired UFC fighter, or they're like, it's like, if he's like trying to act like he's like, oh, I should be respected as a boxer in the boxing world, fight a boxer who's at like a good level now, who's your age, who's not like done something else for the rest of their life. It's like, it just feels phony. You know what I mean? He's like, so I can't rate it.
He's cherry picking.
Yeah.
To be fair, any prospect, especially in boxing, what a lot of people do now is they try to build. They pad a record, so they give a lot of journeymen to a prospect coming up, so they have that like undefeated status. Because when people casual see, oh, this guy's undefeated, he must be really good. More people are more likely to watch because think it's going to be a better fight.
So sad to call Anderson Silva a journeyman.
No, he's definitely not a journeyman.
Not a journeyman.
It's just, it's a step up. It's a step in the right direction for Jake. He's trying to progress. Like, to be fair, and like a prospect, like just an average boxer who's a prospect wouldn't be given Anderson Silva or like Tyron Woodley, like those people of that status at that point in their career.
But they aren't owners of hundreds of millions of dollars and like that fame as well. He's not got it through his justice skill, which is, I think, unfortunate.
So he is doing obviously somewhat more than a boxer at that point in their career.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does need to eventually take a step up and fight a genuine boxer.
Also, he's gotten into it a bit older. Aren't most boxers like go up like starting when they're like teenagers? He's like gotten into it in his 20s.
Yeah, he's on.
So
He's
it's like,
on right, to be fair.
You know,
Yeah.
that's because he can commit a lot more than most people who are just getting something like that could.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
every single moment of his life, and he can have
Basically.
private chef and private trainers and all that. That's all I need, and then I'll be ripped.
I hope that the sort of like legends, like UFC legends, do have like this big money boxing fight that they deserve.
Yeah.
Like I hope Ngannou gets the Tyson Fury one because that's like, you know, whether he wins
Is
or
that a
lose.
thought?
Yeah,
I haven't heard about this.
Oh, do you not?
No.
In Fury's last fight, like Ngannou was in the ring after, like they were talking,
Ah, damn, nice.
and then Fury was like, "How big is it? How big is
Yeah,
it?"
how big she can.
Yeah, it's like okay, but like I hope Nate Diaz gets a boxing one after this. They all
just so they get a massive fat paycheck.
yeah, just to retire off into the sunset with their brain damage.
Yeah, they can enjoy the last 15 years of their life before they're like this.
Yeah, practically.
See Logan Paul's fighting Dylan Dennis as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Sick. Is that actually like?
I think so. I think so.
I really, a mad weight difference, but I really hope so. Like, I hate Dylan Dennis.
I hope he gets flatlined.
Yeah, same. He's just such.
Would that be MMA or is that boxing?
It's boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah.
You seen the video of Dylan Dennis getting choked out by a what do you call it, a security guard?
No.
Yeah, he's like on the ground. He's in a rear naked. Yeah, black belt in jiu-jitsu, like yeah.
Yeah, well, on Instagram, it's just him flexing how good of a jiu-jitsu person he is.
No,
I like you.
Henry Cejudo as well. I hope he gets. I hope he has a fight, and I hope he gets destroyed. He's a joke now.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, but I don't
He's
want.
done well.
He was sick. Triple C, all that sort of shit, and then he came out of the limelight. And it killed him to the point he is so desperate to be back in the limelight, he'll do anything. He's just this short little fat dude. He'd probably beat me up if I said this to him.
He's been on the Mike Tyson podcast a few times.
Has he?
Yeah. He's been like the co-host, like interviewing other guests as well. And to be fair, he helps as well when Mike's absolutely off his face.
On
Just
shrooms.
Yeah.
like Henry just takes over and actually starts asking the question as Mike's like, "Yeah, man. Thick man, I'm a warrior man.
You go deaf. I'll never come back."
Steve-O and Paddy were on Mike Tyson's podcast the other day, weren't they?
Yeah, was it a good episode?
I haven't seen it.
So that was great then. I think what I like about UFC, well, not something I like about it, actually, it's something I think that might be a bit of a problem with the sport, is because like people aren't getting huge paychecks. They're not getting like those I'm living wealthy forever and ever. The people that like you'll hear about at like my level of fandom, or people who like don't know anything about it, are people like that are just personalities that could, the same sort of people that could realistically bang on some sort of like reality TV. They're the ones who are then like getting, like Paddy the Baddie came in and like immediately got a $5 million deal with Barstool. And it's like, that's not immediately earned, you know, he's just come out and like had a personality. It's the same with like Sean O'Malley and things like that. These are these colourful sort of like colourful, not just because of his hair, but like these people that people don't know, wouldn't necessarily just know about because of the fighters.
Yeah.
And they're the ones who are sort of popping off a lot more financially without having to then go and
They're personalized, aren't they?
not have
people
to
are-
go fight Jake Paul
Yeah.
for 50 mil.
Yeah.
People are attracted to personalities. You know, you don't just want like some like with the Kobe thing because he wasn't like
Oh
as
yeah.
entertainers enough. If I come on like to a press conference, I'm like, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do my best, and hopefully I'll win this fight. Maybe I
Brazil's a shithole. You're gonna get one.
Yeah, you gotta yeah, you gotta like chat. You gotta chat
Yeah.
shit a little bit. That's just how the fucking world is.
Yeah.
You gotta piss some people off to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
So I say when I steal a tenner from my mum
You gotta piss.
to give to that homeless woman.
Yeah. To then take it back and post it on Instagram.
I thought of a question the other day.
Oh.
Reading the Sapiens book, it's a really good book. If you had the chance, if like some portal opened, and some guy, some like caveman was like, oh. Like would you go and like this portal, if you go through, would never open back up? Would you go and live
In caveman time.
as a caveman time for the rest of your life?
So the rest of my life in caveman time is 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm getting murked.
What I was saying is that because the average death rate, or like average age you live to, is like 30 or 40, but that's so low because of there was a high infant death rate, which brought it down. It was quite common to see 60, 70, or even 80-year-olds.
I think I did see something about this the other day, and they've found like some fossils of people who'd clearly been cared for, people who had no teeth, and it's like you've been fed.
Yeah. So like, would you go back? Would you like go be like hunter gatherer? Go back to your roots.
The temptation is very high. I think the idea that if I did this now, I would not have my old life, but I would live a different life than anyone else currently on the planet ever. And like that's the sort of experience that no one gets. So I feel like that might weigh it more. I'd do it, probably regret it for a bit. I'd miss things,
And then get used to it.
and then I get used to it. Yeah, I think I'd do it. Would you?
I think I'd be more likely to do it if it wasn't so far back. Like if it was like Middle Ages, like go back and see like society has become something.
Yeah, but
but it's,
you
like,
gotta
so-
stay there. You gotta make a living now.
Oh yeah, I could make a living back then. Magic tricks. Here we go. I'm a witch and I've killed. I just don't like. I feel like go back then. Like, for example, going back all that way, you wouldn't be able to communicate with the cavemen.
Oh,
You would learn.
no. Genuinely, bro. Fucking, we
Oh,
had
yeah.
this conversation. We were like, in like, if we went back to the Middle Ages, do you think you'd be able to pull? But this is what they sounded like. Hang on.
they've got.
Wait, what?
I asked, so the
How do
question
you know
was,
what they sound like?
right, because Middle English, so like from like 1100 to 1400. Middle English, if you say that, people think you're like, oh, thee and thy,
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
but it's not. It's like a completely different language. But
That's surprising.
the question I asked was, I was like, if you and a random other person got sent back to like 1300s, and only one of you could come back, and the way you had to do it was to pull somebody completely consensually, you've got to make somebody fancy you and get with it, and then you get to come back. How quick do you reckon you could do it? And he was like, "Oh, I'd be dropping game." And I was like, "You wouldn't be able to speak to anyone and listen to the different
Night out on the tavern.
You could, yeah, you could. I suppose you could try and sing and just pretend like you're a bard who's scatting. You know what I mean?
How did you find it?
As I just said, what did Middle English sound like?
That's what I've also.
No, all you gotta do, make sure you get your phone on you and just start showing everyone your phone,
And then
and then you are a god.
No, you're burnt at the stake.
I don't feel like that. They were
Nah,
inventors.
if you're a man, no offense, that's just how the times. This is just how the times were.
True. That's a good point.
You would be a king. They would take you to the king and be like, right, fuck off. This guy's on the throne.
And then in like six. Oh, this is Middle English. Sounds like Dutch.
How do they know this though?
Because it's
Like
like,
the
what it was,
texts.
how it was written. Yeah. So like,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like you've gone back in the like we did this. Like I'd studied this when I was doing English language, and like about like a lot of the way that our words are spelled now were done because are spelled that way because of spelling errors. So like primarily monks would write all the books by hand. They'd like scribe everything. And because of the way like people would be writing, letters would look like other letters, so we'd have to change like how we pronounce them for that, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, how quick do you reckon you could pull using Schleifer die Fusten?
Flip the flop.
I mean, if you walked into like a poor tavern, you've got clean clothes on.
That's a good
Instantly,
point,
it's just-
yeah. Your phone would only be a good tool for the like 6 hours that it was alive. Yeah. No
Yeah.
possible way of charging it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Just got like Snapchat, get the filters on, and
6
get
hours
like, the dog. Phil 10.
Imagine the panic. They would be terrified. A lot of these people might not have actually seen themselves really in anything but a dirty mirror like their entire life.
Like a puddle. Yeah.
Also, what are you wearing? Like, are you
Drip.
Yeah. It's just right now. Some King Henry VIII is gonna be like, "Come on, mate."
Like your shorts.
Yeah. Like, it would be an experience for sure.
So you would go to the Middle Ages, not.
I wouldn't go
times.
as far back as Caveman. I think just because like, imagine like at least in the Middle Ages, I could be like, I know I can at least go and I can steal a coin and then buy a meal and a drink and meet people and have that. Here I'm like, I don't want to walk into this cave filled with all these people because they will attack me because I'm not one of them.
Yeah, you'll
They-
just get
No. You're gonna get like.
Oh, like he's like you're one.
It's this
you're my
tribe
boy.
guys coming in and taking you.
Yeah, but what happens when the other tribe comes to come and pillage and do all that sort of shit?
See, in the book, it was saying that wasn't always super common. It was once we started making farms and becoming domesticated.
You've
once,
got like an allotted land that you.
it was
there,
it was mainly like other like humans of species like Homo erectus and Neanderthals. Because we were
We're gonna stomp them out.
Literally, we literally eradicated those other species. We exterminated them.
Homo sapien for life, baby.
Legit. Because once our brains, it was called the cognitive revolution. Stone Age theory, all that stuff we don't know about. How our brains just kind of switched.
Changed,
Yeah. We were able to communicate much more effectively. There was with like the organizations of like religions and spirits and myths, we could instead of just like 50 people band them all together, all across the world, religions band everyone together, right, to think the same way. We could do that when Neanderthals and others like species couldn't do that. And like if we were gonna like attack this Neanderthal tribe, we could communicate where like weak points are and whatnot, and where's the best place of attack, who's the strongest.
And they just have to go off instinct.
They'd just be like, kill him. They weren't as effective as us. So we can adapt pretty quick. So the fighting wasn't as much between human sapiens.
Yeah. I feel like you could be a valuable asset because like even like you're not a doctor, but you'd know how to like make a splint. If somebody hurt themselves, you'd have an idea of like making a tourniquet. You know what I mean? Like you've got these ideas and ways that little tricks and tactics that you don't have to hammer a hole into your head if you've got a headache. Deal with it.
And as well, like disease and stuff like that was nowhere near as common as it was in the Middle Ages because we were foragers and hunter-gatherers. We'd be moving about all the time, and we weren't in super big, dense, populated areas, unhygienic areas where disease can spread super easy. If like, a tribe over there, a couple miles away, had a disease, it wouldn't reach us. Yeah, because there was only a small amount of people, and it wasn't like it would have gone to them anyway. And our diet was the diet back then was so much better because you'd be eating literally everything and anything. Yeah. So you're getting a wide range of all vitamins and minerals and everything you need. And back then in like Middle Ages, it was just like maybe you got some like sludge,
moldy bread.
Do you reckon you get bored though if you're a caveman? Like what are you doing for entertainment?
Yeah, all they did was fight and kill shit for entertainment.
And then you'd have to sleep to like retain your energy. You were surviving. Like they aren't like.
No,
they didn't have UFC. Imagine trying to convince somebody to have a scrap with you for fun.
Yeah, true.
No, because you'd wake up with everyone, and when the sun comes up, you'd be like, all right, we're gonna eat today. Let's go run about and kill some animals, or whatever. Get some berries.
And then what?
That's home, 2 hours.
Yeah. Nah, you could be out all day just running about climbing trees and shit. You come home, you got some mushrooms, trip the fuck out.
This sounds a lot like what could be happening in the Middle Ages, by the way. Only I also get to listen to the local bard. So
you'll have some like makeshift drums, and you'd be like,
true. You could introduce them to a lot.
Yeah. You could really ruin the future.
Yeah, you really could.
Take like a solar battery power pack for your phone. Start playing all your Spotify playlists.
But get Cavemen addicted to TikTok. See what happens.
What would be one of the things that you'd like try and show them first?
BUP.
Yeah, so sub and then also rated 5 stars. Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, are we able to talk to them properly?
You would have to adapt.
Ugh.
But that language wouldn't be as like developed. So you wouldn't be able to say things like you're saying now. It would be more things like you'd understand where you were going or what you needed in that.
Yeah, it might be a lot simpler.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's to be a complex language.
Mm.
Do you think you would lose intelligence after like 10 years of living with them because it would just negate just simple sort of experience? That makes sense.
Nah, they would have actually been like really smart, especially like navigating like nature and shit.
No, but I mean,
They're-
like, maybe communication wise then, do you think you would ever be able to communicate with a normal person again?
Yeah, I think you get better at communicating because you're communicating like, you're like coordinating teams essentially, aren't you? You're working together. If you're going out, you want to like hunt down this bison. I just have seen like they would actually like herd, like they had like dedicated like areas where they would like herd like animals in and slaughter them all together. They would like all wait. Like we weren't retarded.
No, I'm not saying they're retarded. No, I don't think that. I just mean if you spend say you spend like 15 years only seeing this tribe and other tribes, and you're only talking like
I get what you're saying. I
think,
think like there's people who've spent decades in solitary confinement, and they retain like they can come out and speak. They're probably tapped.
Yeah, they'll
but,
talk
like,
to themselves.
They'll
though.
speak. You can speak. You're not going to start communicating with yourself like because you understand things in a completely different way. to them.
No, I think your brain adapts. Your brain would start thinking like that.
Did they have an actual language? They weren't speaking. They hadn't developed language. It was communication through other things.
It was language, but that's the main thing we don't know about. Like we can see like a skeleton and be like, oh, okay, he's got like some trauma on his bone here. We don't know what caused it. We can see that they had like ritual stones or whatever. We don't know what exactly
there was no records.
Yeah. There was no scribes writing everything down.
Yeah, little monks misspelling everything.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
The thing with that is it is language, because I remember ages ago reading about an experiment where babies were left together and babies create their own language.
Yeah.
So they understand it all. But obviously, it's not English.
But again, it'll have a lot less intricacies. So it'll be like
Cavemen
will like.
There's not gonna be like enunciation.
Yeah,
and,
Cavemen
like,
might not have a word for table. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be like this way.
Oh.
Yeah, you get it.
Ah.
And then also.
Oh God! You can make some sick beats in the cave though. You know, in the studio.
Imagine introducing cavemen to oral.
You couldn't.
Oh, trust me, I will.
Like how like the cavemen wash.
But they might go like a river. Maybe. But that's the thing, it would have been sound. It would have been sound back then.
Yeah, they wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, they would have been like chilling.
Covered in hair as well, everywhere.
You couldn't sleep last night, Annie, because the bed was too uncomfy, so you had to move to a nicer mattress. How are you gonna sleep on a cave floor?
I was coughing. All right.
Shut
I
up.
was sniffling.
But how are you gonna sleep on a cave
I
floor?
moved for you.
There might be a cave floor. They might go in like the forest or fields or whatever.
I'll kill a chicken.
Back then, it would have been still like how many years ago were cavemen?
They would have been like 300,000 something years ago.
It's mad how like that is not as long as you'd think, isn't it? Like you think of a caveman to
tomorrow?
us, you're like,
Well, it's 2022, so
Time
probably
flies when you're having
about
fun.
19,000 years ago. No, 1,900 years ago.
What,
There we go.
300,000 years ago.
Oh,
oh no,
What?
BP's cancelled.
yeah, BP is cancelled.
Oh.
It's making a joke because it's 2022 and because we've only been alive for 2022
The world has
years.
only existed for
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
banter.
I'll leave.
Shut the fuck up. Carry on.
Oh, me. All right,
Yeah,
then. Okay,
You were talking.
Same rules to the one about you've got to pull to escape. How long are you pulling until you pull in caveman time? Because those people would look very different.
Oh yeah.
How long would it be before you adapted to find a cave woman attractive? Or caveman? Who knows where you're gonna go in this new timeline?
So are we talking Neanderthals?
No, Homo
Homo
sapiens.
sapiens.
Neanderthals are a different species. No, is it different species? Different, like, I don't know what the, I can't remember the
I feel
term
like it
was.
is a species, isn't it? A
Yeah.
genus.
Yeah, genus, that's it, yeah. That's it, yeah.
I'm
Oh.
something of a genus myself.
Oh yeah, Homo sapiens look so much like monkeys. Hang on.
Let's see.
Hang on. Let me find a good photo.
Just shows us a picture of a monkey.
What's like species
that's
that,
a Homo sapien apparently.
Homo sapien?
Oh no, that's Homo naledi. Ignore me.
Yeah, that's Neanderthal.
Why is this coming when I've searched Homo sapien?
Search Homo sapien big titties bikini picture. Search early Homo sapien.
Homo sapien face.
That's just gonna be your face. Let's see.
Just come with it with a bunch of monkeys.
It's trying to show you what the missing link might be. Do you ever see the recreation of like people's vocal
Chords.
Yeah, vocal cords from the back. So like, there was one I think it was for like a pharaoh, and they recreated his voice box so that if you like use it like a kazoo, you'd hear exactly how he sounded. And it's funny because all they can do is make him scream because that's all you do. It's just like ah.
So I think we're saying that
That's definitely not Homo sapien. I mean, that go yeah. Oh, how far through your book are you?
About 100 so pages in.
Is
Bit
it
more than
is
that.
it just going through like the entire history of
Yeah,
man?
it's like a chronological order.
That's cool.
So it's like the cognitive revolution is when we like split apart.
Right.
What was crazy to think was it was apparently it was literally, according to this book, one like chimpanzee woman gave birth. One was to a chimpanzee, another was to what then became Homo sapiens and all that.
Right.
Which is literally just like one going in one direction, the other in that direction. What the?
you smashing that.
Is that that's not Homo
That's-
sapien?
You're just finding ghouls.
Number of ancient humans continues to grow after discovery. Real life hobbits.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I am smashing a real life hobbit.
These are gross. I'm not taking this anymore. If I saw this come out of the fucking wall like in a portal, I'm gone. I'm throwing rocks at it. Like,
Well, then you fit right in.
Shut up.
Does your book take into account the fact that God made us all in his own image and we've actually been alive for 2,000
Yeah,
years?
is that what God looks like? Fucking hell.
He I can tell he's very much an evolutionist. I don't know if he's atheist or not, but he does explain like how he says how we created religion,
Right,
we created gods, which sort of you can see how we conceptualized it. I believe there's a God, so but he says that we've all imagined this, and that's what allowed us to communicate and come together so much.
Right.
He sort of, I don't know if it seems against religion, but he does sort of shit on it a little bit.
Right, okay. He's a bit of
Uh,
one of them specky atheists.
yeah.
Very Reddit question. Yeah.
But it's still interesting. I'm trying to keep an open mind and not immediately be like, fuck this guy,
Right,
he's shitting on my religion.
Do you believe in evolution?
Yeah, I believe in
Okay.
evolution. It's a tricky one.
So you're not like a creationist?
No.
Right.
Well, I think I'm sort of the opinion of that, like God, like set it off,
Right, okay.
and then it's all come out how he intended it to come out. That's my
pretty
sort.
coincidence. That's lucky for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if I tried to do something that big, it would go wrong. I'm telling you that at least once. At some point, a portal would open, and all of a sudden, the cavemen would start mixing with the wrong. It's not going to swallow. You know what I mean?
And then all of a sudden they've got TikTok 3 million years ago.
Oh shit!
What
What's
do
a bug in the system?
yeah, what do you reckon the effects of having TikTok 3 million years ago would be?
I think they'd smash the phone before they got even the chance to see
Yeah.
the first.
Oh, yeah,
first
true.
draft.
It would literally just be like hitting it on a rock to see what happens.
That's pretty cool. I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Kinda
it
help
tries
me
to
eat.
eat it,
Yeah.
cornrows. Walking around with a lighter.
That would be
You
really
would-
handy.
you would be God.
Yeah.
A lighter would be one of the
I don't know.
easiest tools to show off with.
Yeah.
What when it runs out?
Flint and steel, then.
Yeah.
Still will run out eventually, but by that point they've already heralded you as king. So
Yeah. You could have what was it?
It's light.
You know the little guns that you'd like a cap gun,
yeah.
but like the ones that
What gun?
you ever have a cap gun? You get them from like a fair. You put like a ring of things in, and they just
It
shoot.
goes like,
Makes a
pum,
noise.
pum,
No.
You never had that?
No.
You're on Jippo and
Jibbo enough.
but get ones that you ever like to have. Oh no, I'm walking around with a BB gun.
What were you trying to say about that?
Something about cause you get little guns that can shoot like smoke.
Have you ever get that cream? Like there was like that.
Yeah,
that
I
magic
showed it
trick?
to you. I showed it to you where you put it in the fridge.
No. There's like a toy that you could get from fairgrounds where like
Oh.
there's a little tube of stuff and you put it on your fingers and you rub it and smoke would come out.
Yeah, no, right. Remember ages ago, it was you and Tommy in Malden Road.
Okay.
And I brought that paper and I was like, yo, what's this? So I put it in the fridge, got it like an hour later, and it leaves the residue on the plate.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you take
yeah.
The plate, do that, and then it does
I
that.
do remember
Got
that.
off
one,
Amazon
yeah.
for like £2.
Great purchase.
Yeah.
Do you regret spending that £2 now you're unemployed?
No. I'm employed by the BUP.
Yeah.
Yeah. BUP Limited.
When are you going to get BUP tired?
When Lou gets it done.
Yeah.
I'm never.
You never get the BUP
I like
tied?
that. Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos now?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Pussy.
It's just
Checking
the
you
one
would.
with it.
There's the one with the what?
Oh.
Well, then. What? Do you actually not like my tattoo?
No, I think it's a nice tattoo, but I'm just taking the piss to
Fuck up,
push
right?
you
I'm
off.
telling you, bro. Jokes aren't funny when they're made at my expense.
Who's that off, by the way?
It's some underground music artist. You probably haven't heard of
Yeah.
it.
It's because it's healed so quick, probably because it's so thin.
You should probably stop touching it.
You spell his name in lowercase letters.
Oh.
What did you do if she'd done that? If she'd incorporated the name and she'd fucked it up, showed you the design, and
Or
you're like,
lowercase.
I would have left.
yeah. Who cares what embarrassing me now, right?
Yeah.
When are you getting a real tattoo?
What do you want to get a real tattoo?
Like one that like hurts.
Oh, see, a tattoo's never gonna hurt me because I'm just too thank.
Yeah.
I'm
Built
too
different.
scared to get a real tattoo.
So yeah, when are you getting BUP? A BUP.
I'll get it right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big bold letters.
Boner garage.
B.
When it hits like 1 million views.
How many views you got now?
999,000.
I think we're on like 36 or 37,000
That's
Nice.
good.
on YouTube.
150,000 on TikTok. To
yeah.
your detriment.
Yeah.
Yeah, only like 20k likes.
But yeah, I wouldn't get like a massive tattoo of the BUP. It'd
Nah,
just
yeah.
be something simple.
so-
Just like a little tiny one on your
Get the
eye.
full ring with our faces.
Oh, the
tattooed.
whole logo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you got merch yet?
No, we need merch.
Coming soon,
Yeah.
Alice.
The up and coming clothing brand.
Oh, yeah.
Am I a sponsored Palace athlete yet?
I mean, giving you like 2 free t-shirts.
But yeah, but I need more if I'm supposed to be
You need
continuing to
more.
represent the
You know.
brand.
Brand.
The
We're a
brand.
small local business. The cost of living going up. I'm struggling to keep the business running right
Yeah,
now.
the price of the t-shirts are gonna go to like 80
Yeah.
quid.
I started putting a bit of money into crypto.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Yeah, but I put all my money into like Bitcoin and Ethereum now.
Okay.
There's a thing going on with Ethereum. It's in like a couple of days. It's called like the merge.
Right.
I've been reading about it. It's like just do a fucking blockchain, and I'm not a fucking crypto nerd.
Yeah.
It's like they're changing something about it, and that apparently the supply will massively decrease. So obviously basic economics, supply goes down, price goes up, right? So I've got like £13.
You're about to be able to get a Mackey's and a drink.
Yeah.
You're on it there.
So yeah, or
22 quid coming your way.
crypto advice coming soon.
Yeah, the book.
I bought into a Shibu. back in the day.
Why?
Just because it was pennies. I was like, I've got like 150,000 coins. So if that ever somehow pops off,
Goes to the moon.
don't come to me. You know what I mean? Like,
You're a gazillionaire.
yeah.
It is just high stakes gambling though.
Yeah.
It is just like,
Like throwing your money at a wall, really. Isn't it? Like, here you go.
it's just a very posh, intricate wall.
Yeah. Especially if you can't put in like £10,000,
Mm.
it's like, oh sweet, this is a case of now I've got £19 instead of 13.
Yeah.
You're hoping for that one shit coin to go through
Yeah,
the roof.
exactly. Yeah. So far I'm down $2.5 grand.
The IRS are at my door.
Once I see those lines, it's just like
Green.
it's just green and red. I'm like just hoping like slot machine. Will it go up? Will it go down?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
I remember in 2015, it was like first year of uni, I got onto like, there was this app that was like, it was putting itself across as like Forex trading, but it wasn't. It was very clearly gambling. In hindsight, I know this because it's like a case of like a very small amount of time, you can put like a tenner on, and if it goes up in that time.
Oh, do you guess whether it goes up or
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
I remember you showing me this. I was at yours. I remember you
Aye.
showing me this app.
Oh my god! So I used that a bit. Yeah, I realized what it was. Wasn't making any money, whatever. And then the app fucking took £700 from me, and I was like,
Did you get it back?
I got a bit back to the fraud team, but the rest of it couldn't because essentially that's when you know how it works in the bank. I understand how it works. It was them part of their fee for essentially losing. I was like, yeah, it was rough, and then the app obviously went down.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
I'm here to demand my £700 back if you're listening. Forex 12859 or whatever.
That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
I'm not a smart man, but you know, we live and learn.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found this new app, okay, and basically you can bet if Ethereum's going to go up.
You guys any more Reddit questions?
Let's see.
We're more like
Go on, Yang. The most unattractive
You got
female. We asked the most unattractive female name and just said Gertrude. Laughed at that for a bit and then said, "Do you know I'm going to make you spit blood?" Let's see. There was one I think we didn't do. Oh, this one I don't know why I screenshotted this. So I'll ask it because it's the last one I got. So that do you become more interested in a girl when she shows jealousy? And this is obviously going to be some jealous girl who's like, I hope that this is a nice trait. But I thought it could be brought into a different way. I think this might be why I screenshotted it. Where to talk about jealousy, because you were talking about ego a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think you're a jealous man?
Yeah.
In relationships and outside?
I think it's because I do compare myself a lot. And I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
I want to have his life. I want to have all the money and shit. Yeah, I do get jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you combat that, do you reckon?
Still trying to figure that one out. I think it probably is somewhat of like an insecurity as well, of like inferiority kind of thing.
I feel like you have to be like have that insecurity to be jealous of anything. As well,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Like you're jealous
You know,
of me.
I'll admit shit like that. I don't, it's just, I think most people will have shit like that.
Yeah.
Most people won't fucking say it, especially on a fucking podcast.
Do you reckon Joe Rogan's jealous?
Yeah, of me definitely.
Yeah, of course. Look at us.
He's jealous of BUP. He wish he had that.
Yeah, I definitely am. I do get jealous and insecure. It's a natural thing.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Same question to you.
Yeah, no, I'm jealous as hell.
Yeah.
I used to be great. I used to be like, I was chilling, and then obviously things happen. Life gets in the way. You know?
It's like going to Caveman times to be sick.
Yeah, true.
Like, there was no like
He's got more berries than me.
Yeah.
And you could kill women.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell.
You know
Clip
what I
that.
mean? Clip that, bro.
I'll
get more hate.
What's interesting, in extreme cases, they were saying in tribes, even apparently in like before one like tribe in like the 1960s got like fully like wiped out. If like there was one case, it was this guy saying that oh yeah, one day this child pissed me off, so I killed him. He was
a guy in the tribe, or this is an outsider who went
interviewed in the 1960s. This guy who was part of a tribe, or
right, okay.
This modern day hunter gatherer society.
Right.
Back then, if you were like this child was crying too much, so I killed him.
Oh damn.
Shit.
This was like very rare cases, or like if
it's not a great way to run a tribe, is it? Because it's not gonna babies cry. You can
Yeah.
get rid of all of them.
Yeah, like if like the old person was getting too demanding, like they were getting too weak, it just like leaving behind as they're moving on.
Imagine your op being a 3-year-old. You know what I mean?
That's just teachers, primary school teachers, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
Fucking little Dylan.
Funny you see like different, because there are still tribes nowadays. You get like different ones who like the ones who are happy for people to come and like document them or whatever. And then what's the name of the tribe? I assume you'll know the
Sentinel
Sentinel
Islands.
North Sentinel. Yeah. Where you'll get murked 100% if you try that.
Does not matter.
I saw a clip the other day of like, I think it was like the most recent time a boat went near them, and it's like a large boat filled with people who've got guns, and there's this one dude who's like got a spear, like running into the water. I'm like, you are about it. You want the smoke. You're there for blood.
If you get them to train MMA, oh my god, it'd be done.
Jeez.
They wouldn't stop hitting in the back of the head.
No, they'd bite you and shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the thing about there's like a couple of cannibal tribes that have been documented, and about like there was like a deal essentially. Somebody like one tribe had wronged another, and part of the deal was the dude who'd done the wronging was to be killed, and the leaders of the other tribe would eat his brain. And I was like as like some sort of ceremonial thing. I think that's you're a hater then. If the only way you can get yours is if you're gonna eat their brain afterwards.
Yeah, that's some zombie shit. It makes you crazy as well. The pyons.
Yeah.
So that's how mad cow disease was spread. It was
Cows eating brains.
The cows ate each other, like other cows' brains. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right. It's fucked up.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Apparently, they would occasionally like, because we don't know what spirits they like worshipped or whatever, but they might have like sacrificed kids every now and again.
Just to give them a bay.
Like, because they probably would have, because they ate fuck all the mushrooms and shit.
Yeah.
They would have been like communicating to like the rocks and the trees, and they would have thought nature was like a living. It is a living thing.
Yeah.
But it would have been like, oh yeah, we need to communicate with the
Godliness.
trees or whatever, you know, the sky.
Yeah.
And then they might just be like, it's a full moon or whatever, like, oh, sacrifice this kid.
Yeah.
Also,
the rain.
ooga boogieing around the fire.
Yeah.
That is mad that is like people's like, because that's something that a lot of different societies and tribes and even like developed societies have done is like sacrifice so that the weather will change or so that the crops will grow. So if it's like, oh, things aren't going my way, God definitely hates my son. I'm gonna, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, man.
This is kind of your fault. Oh God, this sucks.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Just lie on the table, okay?
Listen, buddy, you're gonna need to sit down for this one.
We need to talk.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, fucking, what are you doing if you're like you're living in your like village in like the 400 BC or 400 AD or whatever? You wake up, you look out the window, and there's a whole like the whole village is there with pitchforks. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you got
Well.
to accept it. Yeah.
Yeah. God, do you reckon you go with dignity if you were to be sacrificed?
Try and run.
No, I'd fight. I like
You fight like
no
300
if-
people with
not
pitchforks.
like that, not like that. But like in the first instance would be, say, in a real sense, it'd be dad. It'd be dad. Be like, look, man. Look, dude. Sorry.
Dude.
Yeah. We have to do this, and it's like at that point, it's like I know I could best you. I'd have to best you, and then run out the back door. You know, just and yeah, run.
What if you're surrounded? Just have to take the feet.
Yeah, at that point, it's like
I'm kicking and screaming. I'm crying.
Y-
I'm stomping my feet on the table. I'm going like,
yeah. Is it like in Scooby Doo when they got him in the chair, they're all dressed up and like they're about to throw him into the soul pool or whatever.
oh yeah.
It's like a big ceremony.
What if you start like screaming off some like Satan stuff and then like get scared?
Oh, true.
That's probably your
Oh.
best bet.
Yeah, that's true.
Start like drawing pentagrams and shit and just like going like,
Pretend you're a vessel.
But would that
Yeah.
make them more likely to want to kill you though?
They're already 100% on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
like,
True.
you just gotta, yeah.
It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Yeah. Damn. It's fucked up that some kids were sacrificed. Jesus.
Yeah.
Man.
It was a rare thing. It wasn't like all the time, but it was, you know.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah. The shit that humans have been able to think of to do is fucked.
That's what happens when you're so bored. Did you see? This is a problem. Here.
Yeah.
Go back to Caveman. You're gonna get to the point where you're like, may as well. Hey guys, it's not rained in a while, has it?
Yeah. God, yeah.
And I think you get bored. Even you just chill about, isn't it? You know, look at the sky and
What you got? What's his name? Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
When he was talking, see him on the podcast where he's talking about the tribes that he hung out with. He's talking.
oh, not Bobby, David Cho. Remember David Cho? Fuck's sake.
Just cut that bit out. So
Bobby Lee, isn't he a comedian?
Bobby Lee's the guy who sits with like Theo Von and shit.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, David Cho, he's an artist guy, isn't he?
Let's just cut this out. So David Cho hanging out with tribes. He
I'm not cutting that out.
please cut that out. I will get cancelled so fast.
You don't get cancelled, you just got a name mixed up.
Yeah, but it's not just a name mixed up, is it? Why did I think it was Bobby Lee?
Well, because he's Asian.
Exactly. You know. What I
Well,
mean?
it's alright. It's just a mistake.
A horrible racist mistake.
I'd like
and you're
to
going
apologize. I've had some time to reflect on what I did. It was clearly wrong. Anyway, he says like, well, yeah, they're bored, so all they're doing is joking all the time. But it's like, there's only so much. What if the tribe also isn't sound? What if you do learn their language and they're not funny?
Yeah.
What happens then? What if they're
You're the one taking that chance going through the portal, aren't you? Go and find another tribe, go and walk off.
That's when it becomes a dangerous game, surely, because like surely they were still territorial about their people.
Yeah, and then a saber-toothed tiger comes from behind you. He's been hunting you for 8 days.
So you make that choice at the end of the day.
Or I could be chilling here, doing this.
With all the stresses and depressions of modern society.
True.
Abuse online, constant.
Mm-hmm. Really unfair and hurtful.
How do you even live with yourself? What do you reckon people are going to bully you for on this episode?
Being racist.
Yeah,
being racist.
No, I feel like those people are probably on board with that part.
Probably. We're just really boring, aren't we?
Speak for yourself.
Not all friend groups are funny enough to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Right? That's what
Joe
I've been
Rogan got
told.
competition.
Some people just be talking. You know?
They just be saying words.
Same
Just
words.
be
like-
saying
Yeah. Awful. How long have we been going for?
1 hour 50.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like that's a good place
That was
to
a
end
good
it.
episode. Thank you for coming on, Briesch.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for having me, gang.
Thank you for tuning in.
Peace,
Thanks
guys.
for watching. See you in a bit.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Violence.
Bonsoir.